Alright, good morning everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic morning so far. It is Thursday. We're coming down towards the end of this week. It's been a pretty solid week overall. We saw a supernova over on APDN just a few days ago. NSYS was pretty nice yesterday. Had some good range, some good volume towards it. And it's a good sign for this market. Definitely coming off a slower two past weeks, seeing a lot of those multi-day runners, which I'm really hoping we start to get away from, and that's what it's kind of looking like now. Slowly transitioning over towards more of a low float market. But this morning we're not really seeing too many low floats at the moment. Right now we're seeing a lot of these under $1 players. We're seeing SNNA. We saw FCEL. So we're kind of seeing some of these sub $1 names, which I'm not the biggest fan of trading. Statistically wise, I don't perform too well on these under $1 plays, so I typically tend to avoid them. But right now, this is where the hot volume is. This is where the hot momentum is over on SNNA. Almost 3 million shares traded in the pre-market, up 128%. So definitely going to be some eyes on this play this morning on SNNA. All right, let's go look at the daily chart quickly here on SNNA. So what are we seeing here? See, we had some higher volume days here just a few months ago on SNNA. You can see here we did around 58 million in volume. Before that, we did 37 million. Then we had some two higher days here. We did 11 and then 19 million. So what is this gonna mean? We're definitely gonna have some bag holders here in SNNA. So you guys could look left here. You see we have this resistance line at 38 cents. So we're gonna have some 38-cent resistance. If we could ever break that mark, we do have a little bit of a gap to fill here. Up to this 52-cent mark. Nothing massive, but we do have no resistance between here and this 52-cent mark. So it's something you do want to keep note. If we could ever break past this 38-cent mark, that we do have some room to run here to 52 cents. The news wasn't too great. Also, is some sort of I think they removed their delisting notice. It was posted over in Discord, but I do remember it wasn't the strongest of news here in SNNA. But regardless, we what we want to do is look at volume and look at price action. Those are our kings in trading. So you can see we're doing some very nice volume. We're doing 100k bars in the 1 minute. Overall, we're doing 3 million in volume. So we want to see how the volume and price action is going to look into market open. Definitely be keeping an eye on this one. Probably going to be a no touch for me, but definitely going to be keeping an eye on it. It's definitely the hottest play right now. Definitely the most eyes are on SNNA. Also has a 50% held by institutions on SNNA. Alright, let's see what else we got next here. Let's see TROV. Alright, so TROV is on watch for me this morning. Let's see, so SNNA was bankruptcy, delisting news. Alright. We potentially could be seeing a pump thing. I remember we had, I don't know if you guys remember, this was a little long, it might have been like 2016. We saw RTNB. RTNB was, yeah, it's probably not even around anymore. Yeah, RTNB is like a sub, like a 000 now. But this one, I don't even know if I could look at it. Yeah, so this one was getting like delisted and had delisting news, and it went on a massive pump before it got delisted, or it did. I don't remember what happened, but sometimes we do see like that one last pump before stock gets delisted. But anyways, looks like a TROV. TROV is gonna be on watch for me this morning. You could see TROV is kind of sets up into my parabolic short. Parabolic short here, revolves around, stock that went on a recent run that goes on a bounce, and you look to short, the bounce into the pops here. So you can see we just went on a 51 million in volume day, not too long ago here on TROV. So we're definitely gonna have some bag holders here on TROV, and TROV is just an overall sketchy stock. They recycled their news. A lot of dilution in TROV, so not a good good ticker here on TROV. So this one I'll definitely be looking into pops. Possibly look to get short, maybe around this pre-market high area, 230s, upper 220s. Risking this pre-market high. So looking for weak volume pops to get short onto TROV. That's kind of going to be the game plan on TROV this morning. If we kind of do this weak open curl on light volume, reclaim, I'll probably look to avoid it. So we really want to see, a volume push out of the gates, 210s, 220s, risking this pre-market high area on TROVs for some more backside. So it's gonna be the game plan on this one. Probably won't be long in this one on TROV. Let's see what else we got here. ROYT. ROYT is going to be on watch this morning as well. This kind of falls onto this dead cat bounce type of setup that we have been seeing. We've been going over this for the past few days now. We had what did we have the other day? We had was it SLDB, SLBB? We had a good one. IFMK, ANAB. So we've been seeing a lot more dead cat bounce setups. So ROYT definitely going to be on watch today for some sort of bounce. See if we can get back up to like maybe this 50-cent mark this morning on ROYT. Let's see what else do we got. NSYS. This was yesterday's runner. Watching this one into pops too. Any weak volume pops, 420s, 450s. Click to start in short here on NSYS for this overextended gap down setup. Gonna have a lot of bag holders who were underwater yesterday. Probably still holding this trash on NSYS. So we'll see if we could get some sort of pop here to look to get short on NSYS. And I think that's gonna be it for this watch. I'd probably say right now, as far as any small caps on the long side, nothing too much I'm interested in. I'd probably say SNNA, guys, probably your best bet to the long side. We just broke over that 38-cent mark, so we did fill that gap. We do have room to run now to that 52-cent mark with no resistance as far as the daily chart. So we'll see if SNNA could continue to move on up today. Yes, thank you guys. CLVS, yep, CLVS, another good one. You could look for longs on CLVS. This play has just been an absolute monster lately on CLVS. Let's see, where can we look for a possible dip buy here? Like in the 650 area. So watch off dips around 650 on CLVS. Look to get long, maybe 660s, risking 650. Below that. See like the 625 area. So you could watch these two lines on CLVS, for weak opens to look to get long for some more upside. Definitely a very strong stock here on CLVS. Continuing the grind on up here. Not something you want to fight in the short side just yet. Wait for some more backside. I would say below 5 would be backside here on CLVS. So it's another good one you guys could watch from the long side. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this watch. We have some shots on short watch, TROV on short watch, NSYS on short watch. SNNA, you don't want to fight this volume, especially if this volume continues to be strong into the open. You don't really want to fight this volume just yet. Remember, guys, for short sellers, you can always, you don't have to always, look to attack on the day ones. You could wait for a day two. Wait for to have a gap down. Wait for momentum to shift to the backside. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Let's see. Some of you guys saying XNet short. XNet's just too tricky in my opinion. It's just been holding out too many days in a row, to really time this, this play here. So XNet's one, I wouldn't really mess around with this one. This one's really tricky. I know it does have a little bit of a gap this morning to the downside, but just a really tricky one here on XNet. I mean, definitely could have this this pullback here, but it's too tricky, at least for me. I'm not gonna be touching it, but if you guys have a good game plan on it, go for it on XNet. Nice, we got 8 minutes till we open on up here. Yeah, the dog's pretty wired up this morning, so hopefully he's not too annoying while I'm trading. Yeah, good one, Bike. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. And hopefully in the next, year or two, look to, move on out of my parents' house here. Those don't know, I'm only 20 years old, so I'm not, still pretty young. So, hopefully me and Alex, we're saving up and we could buy our own, trading house and trade from there. So what time we got? We have 4 minutes till this market opens on up. SNNA will be the top watch right out of the gates here. Also be watching TROV and NSYS for some pops to get short into. you guys hear any background noise too, it's my dog. I had to calm him down. I gave him a bone. All right, let's see here. SNNA. All right, so 2 minutes here, 2 minutes we open on up. Where are you planning on living? Have a state? No, I want to stay in. I want to stay in Long Island, New York area. Do want to stay here. So definitely not cheap by any means. So you're just gonna have to save on up with Alex. Or maybe we could just rent something out too for a little, and just trade there in the mornings. So we're thinking about it, but right now let's lock in everyone. 1 minute till we open on up. Let's lock in. Let's all have a good trading day. Stick to your setups. No FOMO. If you don't see anything you like, no reason to trade. If there's no edge, there's no trade. So if I don't see anything I like this morning, I'm perfectly fine sitting on my hands and waiting for new opportunity to present itself. So let's see what's in store for today. Here we go. We are open here. Let's throw up the new scanners real quick. So SNNA on the top level 2 here. I'm not even going to throw up with bottom level 2 unless we get a play. Not really seeing anything even worth putting on up. TROV. Here's CLVS, this pullback. So watch that one if you guys are interested, around that 650, 625 area for that pullback. Watching NSYS and TROV into pops. Those are the really only trades of interest right now. TROV looks like it's already dumping out of the gate. So, I tried to get in that one in pre-market. I tried getting in 220s, 230s, but it was SSR on, so I couldn't even slam it. So, I was trying to get in that play, but just couldn't get in because of SSR. And obviously, I'm not going to chase the weakness right here. How's ROYT looking? ROYT, I said watch that one for a dead cat bounce setup. A little too cheap for me, but you could watch that one for a dead cat on ROYT. That setup has been working pretty well in this market for a long. How's SNNA looking here? SNNA. ASTC here. Let's see what we got going on here on ASTC. 3 million float. Moving up here on some light volume. I think this one, is this a former runner? I do believe I traded this one before in the past. %43 held by IO. See if there's any sort of news on ASTC. Big upper shadow right there. Alright, so we do have a headline on ASTC. First DTEX tracer. I'm going to post this in the Discord chat if anyone wants to read it. Yeah, me too, Preston. Would have liked to shorten TROV into a pop as well, but no sort of pop just yet. So ASTC, let's turn our attention a little bit towards ASTC here. Starting to pick up some momentum here. Still very light on volume, so we have to be very cautious. Could still just be chat volume. So I put SN and A on the bottom, ASTC on the top, and look at that, CLVS. If anyone took that per game plan, that worked out perfectly. Look at this. Look at the bounce right off our line right there. So perfect there on CLVS. If anyone caught that right off 650, right back at 690. So that one worked out really well for the game plan. Look at this, CLVS now going for 7. Nice, Jason. You took CLVS off 650. Sweet. Very nice. Not a bad idea to take here, 50-cent move. I mean, it's awesome because, I mean, if you got in 650s, what were you risking? You're risking like 5 cents. I mean, that's a huge risk. That's a huge return right there off on your risk. So definitely not a bad idea to lock in some around 7 in case we do reject here off the $7 resistance line. Let's see, ASTC still light volume. I mean, still giving it a watch. Still, lower and float around 3 million. Does have a headline. But, this volume is, not good enough for me. This is kind of the same volume we saw yesterday on RHE. You guys remember RHE yesterday? Kind of doing the same in terms of volume. And that one, had a nice little fade. Kind of seems like CLVS was definitely best play so far this morning. TROV didn't give us any opportunity. NSYS, maybe that one can get some sort of pop. Maybe 420s, 450s. Let's see, just looking around right now. Just looking around. ASTC. ROYT, a little too cheap for me. See ASTC coming up to the highs right here. There's 170s. FCEL hit $1. Nice, Chris. 670 to 693. Nice trade right there on CLVS. Very nice. There's also NSYS. A little bit of a pop here in NSYS. So I won't be interested till 420s, 430s on that one. So we can wait for more of a pop there. And probably be a smaller size trade also because it's still a very thin name. All right, Preston, you're short SNNA and TROV. All right, good luck to you. There's NSYS there. So just watching it here. NSYS. You want to give it a second here. The spreads are pretty big. Weak volume pop here. Alright, did fill some there on NSYS. Did fill some there NSYS short. Did get that morning pop that I was looking for there at NSYS. Light volume pop here. A lot of bag holders from yesterday. Probably still underwater here. Let's see. How's ASTC looking? ASTC. I am willing to add to the next line too on NSYS if it does keep coming up a little bit. AST still grinding up here in ASTC. Just still worried about the volume a little bit. Just still worried a little bit about the volume on that one. Alright, let's see. ASTC, still holding up. Still holding up. We'll see how that one looks on dips. See how it looks around that 150 area if you ever get a pullback there. CLVS still grinding on up. CLVS, very nice play so far this morning. SNNA, how's SNNA looking here? A little bit of a pullback here, SNNA. You do want to see that one hold above that 30-cent line. So just looking around here, just watching. ASTC coming back down here. We'll see how it looks around 150. I want to see if it's going to hold that mark. CLVS 670 looks like it does have some support there around 670, so look for CLVS to consolidate and hold that 670 mark. ASTC 150 here. Alright. I'm back. Let's see. Casper, you in NSYS? Yes, I am. Holding a 428 average short. NSYS, very small size. It's a thin name, so not in big by any means. ASTC. ASTC still holding up here, still holding up. So would like to see ASTC to maybe come down to that 150 area. But it does look like it's trying to hold here. Let me see if there's any borrows here on ASTC. Remember, guys, without there being borrows around, it's much harder for these plays to squeeze on up. So let's see if Centerpoint has any borrows. All right, so there's some borrows here. Let's see. ABCD on ASTC. Yep, I see it. You can see here we got strong push. There's A, B, and then we got to put in this higher low here to form the C here. So C has to hold here, and then the confirm would break out would be over the highs for D. So if you want to get in, here, right around C, you'd want to risk off this 162 mark on ASTC. Clint Lewis, what's going on, man? Thank you, Sterling Trader. There are locates at Trade Zero. Thank you. Alright, so a bit of a stuff move right there on ASTC. Bit of a stuff move there at 180. So coming down to this 150 support line. So that kind of breaks the pattern formation right there, the ABCD pattern. I was being cautious on this one. The volume is not too great on it. Not too great, the volume here on ASTC. So we'll see if 150 can hold or not here. Yeah, the overall volume is not bad. I'm more talking about, the baseline volume here is not anything special. You're only doing, 150K bars for a $1 stock's not too good for me. Floats around 3.5 million, so you haven't rotated just yet on ASTC. All right, we'll see you right here at support. And there goes the 150 support. We'll see if it can reclaim or not. Want to see 150, hold on up here. Here comes NSYS coming down here too. How's SNNA looking? Let's see, SNNA. Alright, yeah, and SNNA trying to come up here. Trying to curl up here on SNNA. Do you like the volume on this one on SNNA? Just a little bit out of my niche playing these low ones. But volume's looking pretty good here in SNNA, and it definitely has a lot of eyes on the play here. CLVS also coming on up. That one held 670s. Russell killing it on his PLUG short. All right. Good job over there, Russell. All right, so ASTC kind of on its last legs right here. I really would like to see it hold 150. It's gonna make any sort of move back up to the upside. I really think that 150 mark, needs to hold on up as support. Uh, NSYS coming on down. Would like to see that, break down that $4 line. Then I can maybe look to take some into the washout. CLVS held 650 very nicely. Now it's trying to base overview up here. SNNA also trying to curl on up here above that view up mark. I do like the volume on that one. Alright, so there's a crack there in ASTC. So, just didn't like the overall volume on it. Just didn't like the overall volume on it. This could have easily been, a chat pump here on ASTC. Need to see much better volume that, if I'm going to look to go long. And looks like it is, coming on down here in ASTC. A little bit of a slower morning. Coming off two pretty solid days from the small cap market. Today's looking like a little bit, on the slower side. Is 954 right now. ASTC coming on down. AZRX light volume. How's TROV looking? TROV looking going sideways. This is a nice pre-market short there, if anyone caught that. And that's really it right now. So just sitting tight in my position. Just going to be watching SNNA. I'd probably say your best bet right now, if you guys are like dying to trade, looking for a trade, I'd probably say SNNA is probably your best bet at the moment. ASTC would really have to get back above, that 175 mark, and base and hold that mark to really be back in play. Also, CLVS too. CLVS also. CSNA. So watch SNNA as we come on up here. Starting to form the second higher low here. We'll see if it could get over this VWAP mark. Start the base above it. We could see it, start to push back on up. HROW. HROW. Yeah, there's just no volume there. HROW, too thin, too light for me. And it's not even a micro float either. ASTC slowly coming on up here. Happy trader, not too sure about SNNA right now. Yeah, SNNA, I said wait for it to get over that VWAP mark, hold strong above it, just rejecting above that mark. Not showing signs of strength at the moment here in SNNA. Was just saying watch it put in a higher low right there. Let's see if it could, curl up and start to reclaim a little bit. But right now it's, coming on down at the moment here in SNNA. Yeah, it's going to be a no touch for me. I told you guys, I don't love playing these cheap ones. I don't have good success rate playing them. Alright, let's see. ASTC coming on up. Oh, and there we go. It's NSYS. A little bit of a breakdown here. There's 380s. Look to I'm gonna try to look to get out here on NSYS. Take some profits here. All right, just got out 500 there on NSYS. So it took 500 shares there on NSYS at 390. Thank you, Meatster. Appreciate it. Yeah, just stay. You're sticking to my setup there. Sticking to my setup there on NSYS. Low stress, nice, easy trade right there. Good in sizing because it's a thin name, but still a nice setup right there. Perfect right to the game plan. If you go back and watch the game plan, I said watch for pops into that 425, 450 line. Was willing to go up to 450, and it was a solid trade on it. ASTC slowly crawling on up here. Let's see how it looks around this 170 mark. I'd say 175 needs to reclaim and base above it to really be potential play there. Eagle, yeah, I could put it up for you. EXC, what is it? AXTC's getting over VWAP here. So ASTC getting over VWAP here. Slowly grinding on up here in ASTC. Let's see, Russell, you short NSYS? Yep, I have a 428 average short. I locked in some around 390. May look to take the rest very shortly here on NSYS. All right, coming down here a little bit more on NSYS. All right, I'm at the rest on NSYS. I'm at the rest. Don't want to get greedy. Just took the remaining shares there in NSYS. It could definitely keep, going down lower. But just don't want to get greedy. Heading into around 10:30ish. It could definitely pop up to like 4:15, and I already met my target, so I just took the remaining shares there on NSYS. So I am all out of that trade. So I made just under $400 on that trade, just under $400 there at NSYS. Smaller trade there, but still a nice little winner right there for me. Especially on a slow day, I'll take it. I'll take a nice little low hanger setup. Let's see, stop block. Oh, SNNA back above VWAP. SNNA back above VWAP here. So interesting here in SNNA. I definitely see this being very short crowded on SNNA. Especially off news like that, you're going to have some really aggressive bears saying, why is this up? The news is terrible, and you're going to have a lot of bears loading up, so if the right volume comes in, we could definitely be seeing some new highs here. Thank you guys, appreciate it. I just had 3 trades, 2 winners, 1 loser, followed the plan. Yeah, if you follow the plan, you stuck to your game plan, you did the right thing. Did the right thing. As long as you stuck to your rules, stuck to your game plans, respected your stops, stuck to your targets. Alright, Casper, you are one of those aggressive bears on SNNA. Alright. Volume and price action is good. It does not matter what the news could be. The news is could have no news and still go on a nice rip if volume and price action is good. And definitely some good volume here this morning on SNNA. Casper is a Care Bear. Alright, Preston. See you later. Thanks for tuning on in. If you guys are enjoying today's stream, feel free to drop a thumbs up. Would appreciate that. That's all I really ask. Let's see, SNNA, squeezing SNNA. Yeah, coming on up here, 39 cents. So good job if anyone caught that on SNNA. I know Happy Trader did. So 40 cents is going to be a tough mark here. Not a bad idea, guys. If you in maybe 33 cents, you're risking 3 cents, coming up at 39 cents. Made 6 cents in return, risking 3 cents, 2 to 1 right there. Not a bad idea to lock it up. 39 cents. This is going to be some tough resistance right here, or maybe lock in 1/2. That's what I like to do. I like to lock in. As I am in the money and I met my returns. I like to take, some early profits, pay myself along the way. That's how I like to trade. Eagle, can you give me any insight on XCUR's level 2? To be honest, bud, I haven't really been watching it too much. So, I can't really give that too much insight because I haven't really been paying attention to it, to be honest. Right now it does look like the tape's not too active right now. Looks a little sluggish in my opinion here on XCUR. I'm seeing a bidder there at 295. This you can see. You want to see your active orders flowing through, and when you see this and you see these white signs here on E-Trade, it means there's no orders going through then. So it does indicate the tape's a little bit sluggish right here. Not too active at the moment on XCUR. That's just from a quick few second glance. So not maybe not the as much insight as I could give you, but that's the most I could really give you from a quick glance at it. All right, let's see here. ASTC, SNNA. Yeah, Casper. Sometimes. Like, what was it like a NSYS yesterday? That was like a scalp the first half and then lead the rest of run. But it really depends on the setup. It really depends on the setup, and it's kind of on you to determine which ones you think may have big time potential, versus which ones you think may not have the biggest potential. So it's kind of up to you knowing which plays to take all or maybe take half. Uh, and that will come with experience. That will come with experience. SN and A probably one to maybe lock in. As we came up to 40 cents right there, this would have been one, in my opinion, I would have locked in probably all of them at 39 cents or half. So may not be one to maybe let a home run go. I mean, it's possible it could continue to squeeze on up, but not a bad one to take it all there into pops. TRNX. This is the same one that, the past few days have been really trappy. No, I was thinking of another ticker. I think it was thinking of another ticker, but definitely starting to curl on up a little bit here. ASTC coming up to 170. ASTC. Let's turn our attention towards ASTC. Sorry, Eagle. I'm gonna have to take this off. Take that off for you. Sorry about that, man. Gotta put up ASTC here. We're coming up to 170. So putting in another higher low. You can see higher low here on ASTC. Coming up to 170. Did have a big stuff move here. Our last attempt to get over it. We'll see what it does here. Coming up for its next try at 175 here. Yeah, Dan, Bruce. Yeah, not one I'm gonna be trading. Just someone called it out. Just looking at it, but not one I'm gonna be trading. Not enough volume for me. Nick, do you use market orders or limit? Mostly limit orders. I tend to stay away from market orders. Occasionally, I'll use it. Like for example, NSYS. I believe yesterday I used market orders, but for the most part, it's gonna be mostly limit orders and hotkeys. What does my perfect setup look like? I mean, I have a bunch of different setups. I mean, it take me a long time to go over that. There's perfect setups for a long, perfect setups for a short. It really depends, and I have so many different strategies I trade with and use, so each one has different requirements needed. For a long, I like stocks that are in float rotation. I like stocks that are trading high volume. I like a lower float stock when I'm looking for a long. I like trading stocks under 5 million in float for my long setups. Like to see high institutional ownership, a good news headline. Uh, Higher short float is good. SSR on, that's good. So there's a lot of things that factor in. Those are some just some basic things I like to look for when I'm looking for a potential long. UAVS. So we're seeing a lot of these under $1 plays. A lot of under $1 plays lately. They're very trendy, these under $1 plays. Let's see, NSYS. We'll see if that can make some new lows right there. ASTC slowly grinding on up here. Having trouble each time it gets to 175. Definitely seems like there's a seller here at 175. Definitely seems like there's a seller here at 175. So it's going to need to get over that mark and start to base and consolidate above it. Michael V. Yeah, I don't, I don't want to like give out all the details of all my trading strategies. I mean, for you guys who've been here each and every single day and been with Velocity for a long time, I mean, I give a lot of info away. I'm sure you guys know how I trade and you know what type of setups I look for. I go over it every single day, so I don't want to give all the details for my my trading setups. But I'll tell you this: I like the long pre-market. I do have some examples, some charts in the Discord. My wash trap and squeeze pattern. I have some chart examples. Yesterday I actually went over on the live stream. What was it? Crap. What was the ticker? Was it NSYS? And I can't remember. But if you go back and look at the wash trap and squeeze pattern on the bottom of the Discord chat, you could see examples of the pattern. Look at the OPTT example. That was a textbook example of my pattern that I like to look for. So we could look down in that tab there for some setups. Was it NSYS? All right, thank you, Casper. Yep. So it was NSYS, or was it APDN? Maybe an APDN. Yeah, great point there. Cat mechanic. I think I brought in that point up before too. What may work for me and may not work for you. Uh, it's best to find your own trading niche and what style works best for you. Everyone has different personalities. My trading style is very different to Come to Life's trading style. He's a profitable trader. I'm a profitable trader. He's more of a scalper. I'm more of a trend trader. I like to trade the trend. So it's everyone's different. We're all gonna have works best for Bob may not work best for me or someone else. So definitely don't follow others. Find what suits you and your personality best. Yep, no freebies. You got to earn it. I spent countless hours tracking and testing different setups and finding out what works best for me. And it took a lot of time. It did not happen overnight. It's going to take months, may even take years to develop your own profitable system. But it's totally worth it in the end because to me, it's the best job in the world. Day trading. VTZ, I just have the technicals. I have just a technical chart set up. You scroll down to the Discord, bottom left. I have a few patterns there. Some of those were Alex's too. Some of those were Alex's when he traded penny stocks. So you could look there. Massive bidder there on SNNA. 464K bidder right there on SNNA. Yeah, Cat Mechanic dropping some bombs right here. Yeah, 100%, man. Certain market conditions are going to favor certain setups, and you have to, adapt and recognize that. So, for example, wow, huge bidder right there, SNNA. I'm not sure if, that's a fake order or what, but some massive orders right there on that level, too. But yeah, certain markets may favor certain setups. So, for example, if you guys remember, I can't remember when it was, but we were just seeing so many good pre-market longs, seeing great pre-market action. Every morning we would wake up and we'd kill it in Discord. I was longing my pre-market long strategy every single morning for a while, and it was working each and every day. Then we had another market where my wash trap and squeeze pattern was working extremely well. I was seeing it a lot, and it was working out great. And now, I got to see what's working best in this market for me. How could I adapt, and how could I, be profitable through this market? And it's up to you to determine what strategies out of your playbook work best in certain markets and certain market conditions. And over time you may have to tweak some things. My trading strategies. I haven't changed the actual setup itself. But I may have made a few tweaks here and there. As the market evolves. The market has evolved a lot from 2-3 years ago when I first started. There's a lot more algorithm present, a lot more manipulation. So I have to figure out how could I adapt to this new market. And how I adapted was tweaking my setups a little bit. Not changing the core setup, but just tweaking a few things here and there. BTZ, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. ASTC so slowly grinding on up here. Did we just put it in a new high right there? As I was, going on those rants. Let's see. Where's that training video I made? I think what's his name posted it. I think Casper may have posted it in Discord yesterday. Just go on the channel and just look up the day trading process. Actually, let me get it up for you. Let me pull it up here. Man, I guess YouTube doesn't like me, put a lot of effort into that video, and I type up the day trading process on YouTube, and I'm not even on the first, 2-3 pages. What's going on, YouTube? Don't mean to call out any of those other people who put out the day trading process video, but I think it was a pretty solid video, and it should be ranked on the first page. So yeah, thank you, Bike. So Bike just pulled it up right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna post it right there. So if anyone wants to go check that out, it's a little bit long, but definitely worth a watch. Gotta fix your meta tags. I'm not even sure what that is, Mike. I'm not even sure what that is. Is that like the tags you put you know, on your YouTube videos? I'm assuming. Yeah, you guys gotta help me with this. I'm not super tech savvy, so I may just need some help. So what is it? Update your tags, edit the video screen. Yeah, I have tags put in this. I have tags put in this live stream, but you guys are saying I should update it. Maybe put new tags. I could look into doing that. Yeah, Dan Bruce. I think I think I'm gonna have to put you know Lambos in there, millionaire. Yeah, I may have to do that. I don't even think I put any tag. I may have not put tags on the day trading process video, and maybe I should update the thumbnail. Thumbnail's pretty trash too. Alex helps me out with that stuff. I'm not good at it. Cool. Thanks for all the tips here, guys. Like I'm, you know, not sure how to do most of this stuff, so just want to try to help out. If I could, more people can see that day trading process video, see his live streams. Want to help out some newer traders because I used to be in all your guys' shoes. Especially if you're beginners. I used to be in your shoes. Just looking around, seeing who I could learn from, and what better place to learn from here from Velocity Trading. It's 100% free. No $180 monthly payments here. It's crazy. I see some services charge $180, and they don't even do a freaking live stream. They just wake up 9 a.m. and they just post in their Discord chats or whatnot. They're not even putting out videos. They're not even doing live streaming. People are paying $200 a month for these services. It's crazy. But Velocity Trading is totally free here, and we're doing everything they're doing. Yeah, when we couldn't have, and we have the best chat. We have the best chat here. Tons of great traders in here. Great mix of experience and beginner traders. It is awesome. Yeah, we couldn't have done it without the support, guys. Every day I really appreciate all the support from you guys. It means a lot. Yeah, Carlos, just to give back, cause like I was just saying before, I used to be in your guys' shoes if you're beginners, and I didn't know where to go to learn from, and when I first started, I learned from some really shady people, guys, some really shady people. My first two chat rooms I joined, I had no clue, that what they were. I just saw the advertisements. I saw them flexing their Lamborghinis, like you were just saying, Dan. I saw them saying, "Oh, we're making all this money every single day." I'm like, "Wow, these guys are making so much money every single day. I want to join their chat room." I learned a little bit, but in the end, I just realized that they were just pump services, and I lost a lot of money at first learning from them. So I was very displeased with my first two rooms I joined, and just wanted to get back here, and teach, and I wouldn't consider myself a mentor, but I just wanted to get back and teach to you guys because I was once in your shoes, and I think it's right, for me to do this and help out all you traders. Yeah, Dan Bruce, that's actually a really good point you brought up there. Yeah, I think doing this too has improved my trading as well. Just reinforcing a lot of things. I feel like this makes me a lot more disciplined on doing these live streams because I preach all these things for you, and I would be a terrible person to break my own habit. I mean, excuse me, break my own rules by telling you guys it. You know. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it so much, man. You've been with us from day one. Big shout out to you. How many accounts did I blew up? I blew up one account. Blew up one account. Sorry to hear about this. Spent $200 on a worthless chat room. Yeah, I feel for you, man. I did the same thing too. Just a lot of shady rooms out there, guys. Be very cautious. If what room you're buying. Maybe if you guys are thinking about buying a room, just maybe DM me and be like, "Hey Nick, how's this chat room?" And I'll let you know because there are a lot of shady rooms out there, a lot of pump chat rooms. So be very cautious from who you're learning from. Thank you, Casper, for the love. Appreciate it, man. You're the best. Did I learn from Sykes? Yeah, I did learn from Sykes. I did learn a little bit from Sykes. I don't like speaking too much on other chat rooms and other you know mentors and gurus. So don't really like to speak too much on them. But maybe if there are some if you guys throw out some names and maybe I've learned something from them, I don't mind don't mind giving a good word to them. But if you guys mention some names that I've had bad experience with or who I think is a little bit shady, I don't want to speak negative on anyone. But yes, Sykes, I definitely learned from Sykes. He was someone that Alex looked up to a lot. He traded a year before I got into it. Alex looked up from him a lot. Learned some good things from Sykes. Uh, yeah, so that's what I'll say about Sykes. And he's the OG. Sykes I feel like really started he popularized day trading. And he's a great trader back in the day, and he really popularized it. So big shout out to Tim Sykes. Ducks. Uh, Ducks. I think Ducks is legit. Yeah, I think Ducks is legit. I've watched some of his videos. I've never been in his chat room, but from what I see in his videos and from just hearing him and watching him a lot, I think he is a legit trader. He's probably one of the best short sellers out there. Yeah, if you guys throw out some names and I don't say anything, it's maybe because maybe not the best experience, or I just don't want to speak negatively on anyone. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. How long did it take you to get into the routine of taking base hits and don't try to go for big winners? I take what the market presents itself. If I see a potential uh, you know home run trade, I'll go for it. If I see a setup that I think maybe just will be a base hit, I'll go for it. So it really depends on what the market gives us. I don't necessarily just go for base hits. If I see a home run trade potentially, I'll go for it. So what are we looking like on time? I love chatting. Love chatting it up with you guys, especially when it's slow. I like talking about other things too. It's nice. Especially on a slow day like today. It's cool talking about other things. Yeah, Jay Trader, he's a good trader. He's a good guy to learn from. I've watched some of his videos. I think he's pretty legit. Bike swing trade on JNCE. Actually, another trader I just was talking to did swing it yesterday. They get in this trade yesterday for a swing. You could see, stocks that close strong tend to, have continuation the following day, and you can see JNCE here closed strong, and had a nice day two follow up move here. No, Preston. Tim Gertani is. Tim Gertani's great. I think there's a lot more rooms out there, and a lot more gurus and traders out there. He some people forget about his name, but he was a big influence to me. A few years ago when I first got into it, like 3 years ago. Yeah, I watched a lot of Gertani, especially his DVD. Trading tickers. Uh, you know some good stuff there. A little bit, maybe a little bit outdated now. Maybe a little bit outdated now, but yeah, Gertani. I learned a lot from him. Did I learn all my strategies myself? I took bits and pieces. What I learned from my experience. But yeah, all my strategies, are I made them into my own. I wouldn't say I definitely couldn't have done it without learning from other traders and people out there. But I really just combine things I've learned from someone and maybe took a bits and piece of it what I learned from someone else and really made it into my own. Yeah, Ricky, Chat with Traders is great. One of my favorite podcasts. Maybe too because he doesn't have a chat room. Maybe because he doesn't have a chat room. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I heard that guy from Freedom Trading is really, really killing it too as of lately. You guys can go check him out at Freedom Trading. LO for those for those who don't know, that is Casper's channel. So guys, go check out Casper's YouTube channel if you guys haven't already. Yeah, Chat with Traders is a really good podcast channel. Julian, thank you. Velocity Trading is the best for me. Big shout out to you. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Not putting enough content. Not putting out enough content yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put out more content. Posting more of my recaps, daily recaps. And I just get exhausted from the live streams and then I'm like, I'm too lazy to record a recap. I feel like everyone's seen it on the live stream, but I guess if I did put out more recaps, it would probably bring more attention to this channel. Thank you, appreciate it. Let's see, Ducks is really good, but really hard to learn from. Yeah, I can't really comment on that. I never really been in his chat room. I just watched some of his YouTube videos, and he's definitely on a different level. He's trading 100K share positions, massive positions. Ducks. Oh, okay, Ricky. Yeah, I thought you were referring to me, but it is true. I don't put out as much content. I just really do these live streams, and probably not many people are gonna watch a 2-hour live stream recap unless you're really dedicated to learning. Wow, Lou Best, that means a lot, man. Thank you for that. Means a lot. Wow, Malone, you too, man. Thank you for that, dude. That's a great way to trade too, Sterling. I mean, you can't hate on that. I mean, that's a great way to trade. Just just trade the odds. Why not? If you have a 70% accuracy setup that you've tracked over and over again, why not? So that's a definitely a good way to trade. Lucky, thank you. You've been watching the stream for 2 weeks. Learned a lot from me. Appreciate it. You got it. That's a good way to trade. Trade robotic, trade like a machine. No emotions. Stick to your setups. That's it. I mean, that's how I try to trade that way too. I just try to stick to my setups. Like NSYS was a day two short setup. Already sent a gap down, short into weak volume pops out of the open, and man, just took the trade. No fear at all. Just took that trade so many times, and it worked out in my favor. Yeah, no, would have been nice. Today would have been a good day to have a guest speaker on. Uh, I'm gonna definitely try to have someone on next week. I know I had Casper on last week. You guys loved it. Richard, who's gonna be our next speaker? Not sure yet. I know Happy Trader was thinking about it. I know Bull said he would come on. Maybe sometime in the future. Maybe I'll hit up Dreambox too to see if he wants to come on. And Dennis is always welcome on. Dennis always welcome on. I know he's been a little bit busy lately with work, so whenever he has some time, he's always welcome on the stream. And if anyone's interested too, just DM me. Ricky, you want to come on? Chris, you want to come on? Any of you guys, just DM me. Sterling Trader, you're always welcome to come on the stream as well. No, Dennis is here, Casper. He's just laying low. He's just laying really low. He's been trading well though, Dennis. I've been talking to him a little bit. I think he had like 6 green days in a row. Go be Swiss. That's something I don't want to do. It's not good to trade off your P&L. I feel like that would actually mess with my trading a little bit too. I actually don't even look at my P&L when I trade. I just look at it, after I exit the trade. Obviously, I know how much I'm winning or losing, but I don't think that's a good thing to show on the live stream. I actually did used to show that. If you guys, anyone's been here for over a year, my old live streams, I would show the P&L during the trades, and it just wasn't good, education. You shouldn't just trade off the P&L. The reason I have been just saying how much I made and lost, I mean, I could stop doing it if it bothers you guys, but I've been just saying how much I've made or lost recently because I just want to show you guys my risk management. I just want to show you guys how I'm keeping my red days small when I do have red days, and I'm keeping my green days big. So that's the only reason I'm speaking more about P&L. But really, for anyone, don't trade off your P&L. Hide that shit. I'm telling you, it's gonna mess you up. Definitely messed me up for a while. It gets in your head. You're like, oh, I'm down $300. I gotta go in the green. Or you're up a lot and you get sloppy and you keep going. So definitely consider hiding that if you guys still trade off your P&L. Okay, yeah, Chris. I could look into doing that more. Maybe I could give you guys more of a heads up on my target prices. So maybe at NSYS I could have been like, all right, guys, I'm gonna look for a short here, right around 430s, 420s, risking 450. I'm gonna be looking for a 380 target. maybe I could be a little bit more specific with that. Maybe type it in the chat. That's something I'd be open to doing. 100%. It's the process of the trade. That's all that matters. The money will come if you stick to your process over and over again. The money will come. All right, guys. I'm gonna end it in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go to 11. I didn't even realize how late it was. So I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. Anyone try the Popeyes chicken sandwich? How is it? Alex told me you had it. We said it was really good. I'm thinking about maybe trying it tonight. Usually to stay away from fast food. Try not to eat a lot of fast food, but I heard it was really good. Okay, Bike, you've had it. It's good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it tonight. Yeah, Sterling. That just goes to show 100%. ROYT was a setup that didn't work. And I'll definitely speak on that too. There's gonna be days where my setup does not work. Nothing's 100%. Let's see. Damn, Preston, you gotta drive 3 hours for Popeyes. That stinks. I think the closest one to me is like 15 minutes away. Yeah, I saw. It's terrible. People getting killed over a sandwich. That's ridiculous. You bought 6 of them? Nice. I guess it was really good. Oh, you had it yesterday too? Nice. Yeah, I think I've been to Popeyes maybe once before, but I mean, people are saying it's good, so I'm gonna give it a shot tonight. I'll let you guys know how it is. Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's. I like Chick-fil-A. I've been there a bunch of times. That is true, Dan Bruce. I mean, it is fast food. I mean, how good can it be? I mean, we'll see. I mean, people are saying it's really good, so guess I'll give it a shot. Any tips on swing trading? Yeah, pick a find back test a strategy. Pick out a strategy. Whatever it may be. I don't know if you trade off moving averages or chart setups. Maybe if you see an ascending triangle pattern on the daily with high institutional ownership, a high short float with on an earnings winner. Just keep testing that setup over and over again. I'm still working on also my swing trading game. So just pick a strategy, keep testing it over and over again, test it on paper, and collect a bunch of samples on it. If it works out, majority of the time, then add it to your playbook and start taking it on real. Well, ASTC, yeah, ASTC, new high day right there. New high day right there on ASTC. Nice little volume push there on that pop. Right around 11 o'clock. We'll see if they get over $2 here. Alright guys, so I'm going to give it another 2 minutes here. I'm going to wrap up today's live stream. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. Once again, I appreciate all the support from everyone here in chat. Alright, so last minute for any questions. Day trading tips and fast food reviews. There's your channel. Look, all right, then. Maybe I'll look to do some reviews. Nah, I probably won't do that, but that is funny. Mike Subway. I've had Jersey Mike's before. I've never heard of Mike Subway though. Do I think SNA can be a swing? Uh, Probably not. Probably not. See how it closes. See how it closes. You did see FCEL going on a nice multi-day move. They go on a nice multi-day move here. So see how it closes on SNA. These cheap ones are really easy to manipulate and move around. So it is possible. But I think it would need a strong close to have momentum coming into the following day. So I usually like entering swing trades. Later on in the day. Yeah, Preston, guest speaker would be nice. Yeah, definitely. If you guys interested in, guest speaking on my live stream, you guys just hit me up and I could have you guys on. But right now, guys, it is 11 a.m. Usually do end the streams. Do like to end the streams, around 11 a.m. the latest. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. If you guys did, drop a thumbs up. Yeah, damn, Bruce. I mean, I could go on about New York pizza. New York pizza is the best. Love it. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. Hope everyone enjoyed. And we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so coming down to the end of this week. Yeah, Meetster. Professional speaker. I don't know if I could maybe work that out. I may need some help with that though. I mean, if anyone knows any, professional traders, prop firm traders, or anyone with, some status in the day trading world, yeah, they're more than welcome to hop on the stream. I'm open to having any sort of knowledgeable trader or even any sort of trader really hop on the stream with me. I'd love that. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end it at that. See everyone here tomorrow first thing for Friday session. All right, guys. Peace.